Hello everyone, I'm Farah Imran, and today the topic that I brought you is about Microsoft, Apple, and OpenAI. So recently, Microsoft and Apple has dropped the OpenAI seats in the middle of antitrust scrutiny. So I'll be telling you all about it. So stay tuned until the end so that you don't miss any information regarding it. So let's get started. So I'm here at a blog and it's called Financial Times, in which it says that Microsoft and Apple they dropped OpenAI seats amid antitrust scrutiny. And ChatGPT Maker they plans the strategy to engage crucial partners as regulatory scrutiny of sector increases. And scrolling down, it says here that Microsoft has given up its seat as an observer on the board of OpenAI. So before they were on the board of OpenAI as an observer, while Apple will not take up a similar position amid growing scrutiny by global regulators of big tech's investments in AI startups. So, Microsoft, which has invested $13 billion in the making of generative AI chatbot, which is ChatGPT, they said in a letter to OpenAI that its withdrawal from the board role would be effective immediately. Now, I don't know why they said that, but they said that their withdrawal would be effective immediately. So in later in the video, I'll tell you. So Apple also they said they were expected to take on the observer role on OpenAI's board as part of the deal to integrate ChatGPT in the iPhone makers' devices. As you can see, like how there was a deal between OpenAI and Apple that ChatGPT would be integrated in the latest iOS, which is iOS 16, that would be launching. So there was a deal. So in this part of the deal, Apple was expected to take on the observer role on the OpenAI's board, but they said they would not do so, according to the person with the direct knowledge of the matter. And they even said that Apple declined to comment. And even OpenAI, what they did, they said they would instead host regular meetings with partners such as Microsoft and Apple, and also the investors, which is Strive Capital and Khosla Ventures. They're part of a new approach to informing and engaging key strategic partners under Sarah Fryer. Now, this person is the former Nextdoor boss who was hired as the first chief financial officer CFO last month, an OpenAI spokesperson said. So they said that this move also comes as antitrust authorities in the EU and US they examine the partnership between Microsoft and OpenAI as part of broader concerns about the competition in the rapidly growing sector. And also, Microsoft accepted a non voting role on the board following the chaos that engulfed OpenAI last year. So, last year there was the chaos about the CEO, Chief Executive Officer Sam Altman, who was fired from the board before being reinstated just days later. So now this boardroom coup it threatened OpenAI's valuation, and with it, Microsoft's also valuation is threatened because Microsoft is actually multi-billion-dollar company because they did the multi-billion-dollar investment into the company. So now they said this position provided insights into the board's activities without compromising its independence. The Microsoft's Deputy General Counsel, Keith Dolliver, they wrote in a letter to OpenAI late on Tuesday. They said since then we have witnessed significant progress from the newly formed board and are confident in the company's direction. So that's why, therefore, he said that Microsoft's role on the board was no longer necessary. So he said that because of this chaos that happened in which Sam Altman was fired, and after that he was reinstated, means he was again hired. So the board, what happened? The board changed. Like the board, what happened is that like new team members they joined the board. So the board they had some new members, and now after that, Microsoft they observed that there was a significant progress because of the board's newly formed board. And they also said that they're confident in the company's direction. So that's why they said that their involvement or they being in the role would not be necessary. And because OpenAI remains one of Microsoft's most valued partners, Deliver, he added this thing. Here in the blog, it says that the Microsoft partnership had been critical to OpenAI's success. Now, the startup had relied on Microsoft for computing power and cloud storage worth billions of dollars. So, because OpenAI was a startup, so of course they relied on Microsoft and because they relied on Microsoft for computing power and cloud storage, which was worth billions of dollars. And even the chief executive, Satya Nadella, he said that he was the key power broker during the boardroom upheaval at OpenAI in November. So in November, the whole chaos happened about the firing and the rehiring. So that happened. And even investing in OpenAI has propelled Microsoft to an early lead in the generative AI race. So, because they invested in OpenAI, the company said in April that it was struggling to keep up its demand for AI services, which have helped drive sales at its Azure cloud computing platform at an accelerated rate over the past 3 quarters. And they said that Microsoft does not have conventional equity stake in the startup. Instead, it has some entitlement to the share of profits from a subsidiary of OpenAI up to a certain limit. And according to OpenAI's website, it remains an entirely independent company governed by the OpenAI nonprofit. And Microsoft and OpenAI, they have played down their ties as antitrust concerns have grown. So the antitrust concerns have grown. And even the European Commission in June, they said they are exploring the possibility of antitrust investigation into the tie after it said it would not proceed with a probe under merger control rules. And even the Federal Trade Commission in the US, they also began scrutinizing investments made by big tech companies, which includes Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, into generative AI startups. Because these big companies have been investing in the startups of generative AI because AI is everywhere. So, of course, everyone wants to get ahead of the AI race. And even an FTC source familiar with the matter said that the move was unlikely to resolve the agency's concern. And even one OpenAI spokesperson said that we're grateful to Microsoft for voicing confidence in the board and the direction of the company. So he said that we're actually grateful to Microsoft because Microsoft said that they have the confidence in the board and how the company is going in which direction. So they're grateful for it and they're looking forward to continuing the successful partnership. And because OpenAI 8-person board includes Altman as well as Lawrence Summers, the former US Treasury Secretary, and Fitzgerald, chief executive of grocery delivery company Instacart, and it is chaired by Brett Taylor, former co-CEO of Salesforce and co-founder of AI startup Sierra. So they're 8-person board. So here they said. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much.